Hi, my name's Kate and I currently work at the National Audit Office. I'm currently a trustee for both the RSPCA and very recently for Amnesty UK. My background is sort of 30 years in the civil service before joining the National Audit Office. 30 years was a bit of a moment in time, sort of been working and really wanting to do something different. So a bit of what everyone probably says, give something back, learn from a different sector to the sector that I'd worked in. Also being very fortunate that moving to the National Audit Office, we actually have time allocated for voluntary work. So being able to do it as part of my day job, as well as obviously a little bit on top of that. And I'd really looked at non-executive roles. I think that's what I'd heard about, non-paid, non-executive roles. I hadn't really thought about trustees and charity until this programme came up. It was really about finding the right role for me and having someone help, but then also thinking about having that help in terms of how I positioned myself and my skills in both my CV, because my CV was very kind of technical, I suppose. These are the skills I can offer you, rather than being a bit more personable and about myself and my family and what my interests were. And then having Graham's support in terms of how to prepare for an interview and the type of things they'll be looking for in a trustee role. The skills that I'm bringing at the moment aren't really necessarily my professional sort of HR skills. It's much more around practical things like stakeholder management, communications, planning and organising. We want to deliver something, being clear about, well, what are the objectives for that and how are you going to get there? So at the moment, it's very much kind of giving those more sort of generic skills, if you like, to help move the charity forward. But then what I'm learning is I didn't know about a charity, I didn't know how it was set up, I didn't know the local charities versus national charity, what support you get. We've had to incorporate our board recently, so just learning new things that I've never had to come across before.